Hey gang, this is Vicky Kelly with Golden Rule Trades. I want to go over the trades for today. We had a couple interesting setups, and I want to show you something about the system. It's a choice you can make about how you enter. Our first setup, you can see we entered, our signal was given here, and so we would have entered right here and gone to our target here for about $1,000 per contract had we been able to capture all of that. And um, our second setup, the almost tried to set up here, but came within a tick and kept us out of the chop here. And then the next setup is a little bit more advanced, and let me show you where it was. This is the kind of thing that you'll learn in the live room. And that is once you have something, you can have a follow-on signal. Now, this one here, the time to get in would have been, the signal to get in would have been right here. And you might have gotten stopped out just to the tick, would have gotten stopped out here. It's possible. I took this trade and I got stopped out exactly to the tick, which I know is very, very frustrating. So let's talk about this for just a second. You could say that your entry is not going to be in the middle of the this rectangle, this box. You could say that it's going to be when it returns back to the breakout level, which is this level here. And you can see here, had you entered here, you would not have gotten stopped out and you would have been able to make even more money. However, if you go back here and look, there was no return move to the breakout level. So yes, it's true that you would have saved yourself $250 per contract here, but what you would not have gotten into this trade at all. So which is worse? To take a stop out, which is just part of doing business, or missing out on an entire move because you weren't in. And with things being as volatile as they have been, we've taken more stop outs than we normally do. However, we still have been able, again, because of the volatility, to make a larger amount on the moves that we capture. And as long as we're willing to re-enter, even though we're scared, even though we're afraid we're going to get stopped out again, if you're willing to re-enter on the next signal, you'll still be able to make that back up most times. So again, it's a valid thing to say, well, I'm going to wait for a pullback before I get in. There's a lot of professional traders that do that. However, with this system, we would lose out on a lot of trades if we did that. So it can be part of your plan if you want, or we can, or I've just enter and then take the stop out if that's what happens along the way. So I'm prepared to do that, and you can decide for yourself. But again, these are all things that we'll talk about in the live trading room after our course. You'll be one of the good things about the live room is that we'll be able to walk through these things together. You can take the signals as I do, and we'll be able to go through some of the nuances that I've just learned over the years of doing this. So I hope you have a great evening and good luck trading.